What's up, guys? Dave Mate here from circleofdrink.com and yerbamateland.com. Beautiful, powerful community of yerba mate drinkers all over the world. We love this stuff. We drink it every single day. I'm going to keep on coming back with reviews, keep on coming back with the love, the energy of this powerful, potent holly plant. Can't get enough of it, drinking it every day, past 7 years. Right now I'm back in Argentina. It's great to be here, experiencing all sorts of different brands of mate, experiencing different materos. And matero is a yerba mate drinker that is living the life of a matero, living the life of someone that enjoys yerba mate more than just a tea, more than just a single plant, but as an experience to connect with other people, connect with family, connect with strangers, to feel sharp in the mind, to feel clear-headed in the mind, and to feel healthy. Because if you do your research, you'll find out that yerba mate has so many health benefits, a plethora of health benefits, both physiologically with your physical body and psychologically with the mind. Definitely look into the research on that. Just do some Google searches. You could read my book, Mateology, which is available on Amazon.com. And you'll be pleasantly surprised that yerba mate is one of the most powerful herbs on the earth, as we know. So today we're talking about a yerba mate that's very dear to me, Kraus Yerba Mate. Let me show you a little preview of this bag right here, Kraus Yerba Mate. This mate is coming out of Misiones. It is, let me find the exact area of Misiones. Colonia Santo Domingo Savio, San Ignacio, Provincia de Misiones. So Colonia Santo Domingo Savio, San Ignacio. That's in northern Argentina. Northern Argentina is where most of the mate is grown in Argentina, in the Misiones region. Really good brands of mate coming out of that region. I found out about this brand, Kraus, several years ago. It was one of the first organic mates I found when living in Argentina. Let's talk about it. Now, this mate is complex. It is, I would say, a light to medium bodied mate. Now, I just want to make it clear with this mate, you want to use water that's not too hot. Generally, I recommend water that's about 82 degrees Celsius, but mates that are highly complex, that have a lot of sophistication, a lot of layering, a lot of cascading of subtle nuances, I recommend going lower. I would say around 135 to 160 degrees maximum, probably somewhere in the middle. I'm talking Fahrenheit here, to find that beautiful, crisp, fruity, floral flavors that this mate has. Once you start going over 82 degrees Celsius, or about 180 or so, 185 or so Fahrenheit, you start to experience what I call yerba masking. And yerba masking is when the water just becomes, the water's so hot that you can't fully appreciate the floral nature of a yerba mate, and especially in regards to light-bodied mates. Once you reach 180, 185, 190, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, you start to kind of obscure the subtle flavors. Now, some people like that. Some people like to kind of rip open the mate, rip it open, pop it open, get those muscular tones to accentuate the caffeine levels, the tannic levels, the bitterness, and theoretically, you might even actually make the mate stronger in terms of getting more energy from it, but at the expense of obscuring, or what I call masking, the subtle flavors. So that just shows you that you could gauge the actual flavor, the nature of the mate, even by adjusting the water temperatures. This is something I'll be talking more about in the future. It's on a different level of mate preparation, which kind of goes outside the scope of this video. But this mate, this yerba, definitely use 70 degrees Celsius, or around 135 to, let's say, 165 degrees Fahrenheit, so you could appreciate the fruity notes. The company is Kraus. Milton Kraus, good guy, produces a very nice mate. Now, this mate is very reminiscent of, it's going to sound crazy, but walking through a nursery. Ever walk through like a nursery when you're gonna buy plants or a greenhouse and you get that kind of sweet scent in the air, that kind of nectar, sweet honey scent kind of mixed with soil, decomposing leaves, black rich humus, dirt. This mate has that sweetness factor going on, but it also has this kind of complex, musty, almost like manure, barnyard, shed. Inside the shed, gasoline has been spilled. You have old tools sitting around. You got old clothes sitting around. You got that mixed with a sort of early morning, dewy sylvan forest situation going on. I used to live in Northern California, and I actually used to live out in the forest. And I would wake up in the morning sometimes, and just it would be this like sweet scent in the air mixed with decomposing leaves, sawdust. The dew is like palpable, and you get that just respira, that inspiration of breath, and just respiration, inspiration, and you just feel it and taste it. That's kind of what's going on with this mate. It's extremely complex, I would say. It has fruity tones, oaky tones, woody tones. It has this kind of jammy situation, marmalade, figs going on in there, fruit punch situation, peaches, a little bit of orange, a little bit of lemon, citrusy tones. It has this really pleasant sour, what I would call a soft sour finish, So the finish is slightly tart, maybe even slightly astringent, but it's soft. There's no teeth, there's no pull to it. It just kind of lingers there. It has this effervescence of fruitiness, this effervescence of grapes and oak and cherries and, even a little bit of, like I said, peaches and apricots and figs. It's highly complex yerba mate. It's one of the most complex mates I've ever had, actually. Now, with this mate, I'm going to recommend using high-grade spoon bombisha, particularly a bomba from Brazil. The bombas usually have a wider spoon filter, and let me actually show you. It's going to be a little sloppy, but as you can see, one of these guys right here. Now, the reason I recommend one of these guys is because you want some sort of resistance sometimes with mates that are very fruity and floral. You want the resistance. You don't want to just necessarily use a bombisha that allows an even flow of liquid to enter. You want a bombisha that has this sort of a spattering effect. That way you could appreciate the concentrated flavors of this mate. It's not just boom, just splatter, just wets your tongue evenly. You don't want that. With a mate as complex as this, you want the resistance, you want that spattering effect, and you want a bombisha that's going to actually filter very well, okay? So I recommend a spoon bombisha, a high grade one for something like this. Now also I want to take note of when you actually brew this mate, you don't want to actually sip it right away. You want to let it brew for about 10 seconds to 20 seconds. Let it brew in the cup for 10 to 20 seconds. That way you give the mate a chance to open up. You get the fruity flavors to be expressed and to be coaxed out of the yerba more. Sometimes, all too easily, we just drink the mate right away. Yes, I do that too. But once you start to reach a different sort of gourmet level of yerba mate, a sort of connoisseurship level, then you start to figure these little things out where, okay, I'm just going to let this brew for 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Yes, now I got the fruit. Now I got that body. Now I got the herbaceous green fruitiness coming through. Now, if I were just to have drunk it immediately after putting in the water, it would have been a different experience. If I were to be using water that was 180 degrees Fahrenheit, 85 degrees, 82 degrees Celsius, that would have been another experience. I would have accentuated the woodiness factor of this mate. I would have increased the tannic level and the caffeine levels, and it would have been a harsher mate. in my opinion, it wouldn't be the true nature of this mate, what it was designed to be. A light, fruity, crispy mate, bright, clean, green, chlorophyll mate, where you just taste the greenness, but it's also balanced very well with the fruitiness. So, the nose of this mate, sweet, pleasant, walking into a nursery, walking into a barn, walking into an old shed. Fruit punch, cotton candy, peaches, slightly citric tones, soft citric tones. You're picking up on decomposing soil, compost. Very nice. Let's talk about the cut. Beautiful cut we have going on here, classical Argentine cut. What's interesting about this cut is that it's actually has low polvo, a low powder content, which works to its benefit. It works to its credit, because had this mate had more polvo, it would have obscured the fruity nature of it. It would have increased the body of the mate. It would have taken it from a light to medium body to a solid medium body. And having a solid medium body, yes, it would have given you more energy of the mate, but it would have sacrificed the fruity, floral, soft nature of this mate. So Kraus did a really good job. This shows me that they were thinking about the cut, the composition. They were thinking about the fruity flavors of protecting the fruitiness of this mate. So I like to see when companies are actually thinking about these things and not just saying, okay, let's just make a cut, and who cares the ratio, the composition. So this is a very clean cut, low polvo, classical Argentine cut, nice palo content. I would say it's well balanced. The mate, I'm not exactly sure how long it's been aged. If I were to guess, I would say a few months maximum. Maybe, who knows, 6-7 months at most. It has a sort of bright green taste to it, which usually mellows out the longer you age the mate. I like the fact that this mate has some astringency. It has some sharp tones to it. But like I said, there's hardly any teeth to it. It's not really ripping into you. So the body of this mate, I'm going to say this is a light to medium bodied mate. It's light, inching into a medium bodied mate. Definitely not a medium bodied. The cycle, I would say, is a short to medium cycle, predominantly on the shorter end, I would say. What can I say, guys? This is a really nice yerba mate. Clean, bright tones. Has this little woodiness factor going on. It's sophisticated. It's delicate. It's elegant. Kraus Yerba Mate, certified organic. I highly recommend you try it if you haven't tried it already. Really nice mate. So guys, this is Dave Mate from circleadrink.com. Check us out. Also, yerbamateland.com. Find us on Facebook. Find us on, subscribe to us on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. And follow us on Instagram. A lot of good things coming out, guys. Keep on talking about mate. Keep on sharing this powerful herb. I recommend, if you haven't tried mate, just go out and buy some. Go to the store, buy some. Check us out on our website, buy some. Start drinking it. Don't take my word for it. Start drinking it for a couple weeks, and you're going to say, okay, whoa, now I understand what this crazy guy has been talking about for all these years. Now I figured it out. Now I feel the clarity. Now I feel the sharpness. Now I feel the energy, and now my life has changed forever. All right, guys, my name's Dave Mate. Salud. Have a good one. Drink that yerba. Peace.